Hello and welcome to LockdownEconomy Nepal, a local edition of a social nonprofit initiative to help small businesses and self-employed professionals overcome the challenges of the pandemic. In Nepal, it is being done in collaboration with NYEF Kathmandu chapter, a membership-based nonprofit organization dedicated to create outstanding entrepreneurs, and AlterContacts, a global think tank for sustainable development based in Amsterdam. My name is Susan Lal Manandar, host of the interview series, and I'd like to welcome everyone who has joined us for this session. Today, my guest is Ms. Tulja Kedia, who is the co-founder of Né Nepal. Hello, Tulja ji, how are you?
Hi, Sujan. I'm good. And thank you for taking the time out to do this.
And thank you for being here. I'm very excited to have you on. The last conversation we had was fabulous. You had some very interesting stories to tell about Né Nepal, which I can't wait for our audience to hear. And before that, Tulja ji, please introduce us to Né Nepal and its products.
Yes, so I'd like to keep it short. So Né Nepal is a design house. We create lifestyle products. When I say lifestyle, I essentially mean everything that surrounds you at your home, at your workplace, so from the time you wake up to the time you sleep, products that you see around you, so these are the lifestyle products that we create at Né Nepal. We essentially work with 4 different product lines at Né Nepal. And all these lines are 100% made in Nepal. So that's a USP of the brand that, we try to create, we design, we produce everything in Nepal. So these 4 product lines would start with tableware. Tableware would, again, essentially consist of everything that you do to sort of set up your table. We work with ceramics that would be, earthenware, stoneware, plates, pots, glasses, cups, everything, that you need or require at a dining setup. We also work with a lot of metal, that would mean brass and copper. So we do some lovely designs in like brass and copper glasses, we do plates, we do trays. We've started also, with a lot of woodwork. So with cheese platters, we do like spoons and wooden bowls. So that is essentially our tableware collection. Our second product line is jewelry. So accessories made of brass and copper. All the designs that are inspired in our jewelry collection is from nooks and corners of the country. It's inspired by architecture, it's inspired by nature, it's inspired by people, it's inspired by paintings, it could be anything. So we drive inspiration from a lot of things that surrounds our country, is in our country, to deliver what we have under our jewelry section. Thirdly, we work in a section called wellness. We say wellness because we work around like a skincare body care line, which is fully natural, and we like to use ingredients that are very deeply rooted to the Nepali culture. For example, like a timur, like a jatamashi, which also can be consumed, so just essentially making these very deep rooted ingredients of the culture in terms of our body and skincare regime. So there we work around with soaps, body scrubs, bath salts, and lip balms. And we are coming up with really exciting new product ranges under wellness section. Our fourth section, being the home decor section, is we work with a lot of different fabrics and fibers there. So home decor would again mean like your table runners, your cushion covers, your table mats, different things. And we also have incorporated different techniques in the home decor. So from embroidery to like, printing, screen printing, different techniques to sort of incorporate our home decor line. To put all of this together, we in and around Kathmandu. And yeah, that's pretty much what we do at Né Nepal.
That's very unique. I talked about this last time as well because I was browsing through your social media and I was reading your captions. And, reading your captions is very soothing. The way you describe your products, like you're describing nature, like you just said right now, is one of the components. And, and couple it with the picture you have on, it feels like every post has a story to tell, and it feels like a running theme in your entire product line, and that is something you want to communicate with your audience as well before the lockdown even. So tell us, Tuljaji, what was business like for you before the lockdown?
So before the lockdown, it's actually, we are fairly very new, because our first year essentially went in sort of just understanding the market. Having said that, our business has been still very good, like, in terms of the appreciation and the response we've garnered from our customers and other competitive brands has been brilliant. We've done a couple of exhibitions internationally also, and we garnered a lot of good response internationally. So we are very happy that we are getting the kind of response we were looking for. I think in terms of business and numbers, it's too early to say. It's just 2 years, and even in those 2 years, it's like 8 months have gone under the lockdown phase. So, but we've been very happy with where we've come so far.
Yeah, it's very good to hear, because even in such a short time, you've been able to gain so much recognition, even internationally as well. And the other day we were also talking about your team and how one of the objectives of Né Nepal is to preserve local craftsmanship, and for that you provide platform to artisans. So how does that work in a team?
In terms of our artisans, we work, like you said, we work close to like 28 different artisan groups. I was talking to my partner Ishu Dhakras very recently. We were discussing this. So when we work with our artisan, everything is based on relationship for us. That is first and foremost. And what we do, we don't think of ourselves as designers. We think of ourselves as co-creators. So these are the people who are creating the products for us. We don't have the know-how. We don't have the technical skills of like what they have, right? So we sort of meet at a place where we call ourselves co-creators, and our artisans have been nothing but mentors to us. Like throughout the way, they've been like mentoring us, trying new designs, trying new techniques. It's so difficult for them all to for them to sort of come out of their comfort zone and do something new. So that's been really brilliant, and we share a great relationship with each of our artisan from anywhere in Nepal. So I think it's very relationship based for us.
It's very nice that you use the word co-creators, because a lot of times, when we talk about businesses, we talk about competition. But when you co-create with somebody else, collaborate with other people, you can sometimes come up with the best results. And like you just said, you're working with 28 different artisan groups. But then when these artisan groups are scattered in different areas, and then the pandemic hits, you go into lockdown. So what was your response to that? What did you do on the business front?
So to be very honest, I mean, I think we were very fortunate, firstly, on a personal level, to have everything around us. Lockdown has been difficult for everybody, but honestly, I'd like to say it was a very productive time for us. It was a time that I think our brand needed, and I think it was a great time to sort of zoom out and really see, as a brand, where we were aspiring to go and where we are going. So it was a great time to really understand that. During lockdown, we took a lot of interest in our managerial aspects, which was lagging. Our website was on a bit of a pending for very long, which we managed to finish. So you'll soon see our website rolling out, right? And if you, I don't know how much you've seen the social media page, but we were very highly active on social media also. So we were very lucky to collaborate with multiple artists, skilled people, mentors, on our social media page to give something fresh and fun to our customers. Throughout like these 3 and 4 months of lockdown, you constantly saw something new coming up at Né Nepal. Workshops, stories, chats, which were just like very lifestyle based content. And from that, we also, because both of us, like Ishu and I, we really understand how important it is to engage with our customers online. And I think the lockdown really gave us that opportunity to connect with them online. So that was a big takeaway for us from lockdown. And also, I think in terms of design elements, right? So as creators, as co-creators, as designers, you also have to sort of take time out to just sit back and think, what is it that you want to do next in terms of designs? So we got an opportunity to talk to lots of artists, research, a lot of research is needed. Doing things that are already in the market doesn't make sense. So how can we make things different? How can we put an experience that is different to what is already existing? So these are a quick few points that I could remember, under lockdown, which was very important to us. And I think we were glad that we got that time out, and we could really zoom out and see where we were going as a brand in totality.
That's great, because I think your approach to lockdown was so positive, because a lot of times when we listen to the news and we talk about businesses going to lockdown, we talk about how their revenue might have taken a hit, they might not have as many customers. But when you began this answer by saying, the lockdown was very productive for us, you were able to take a step back and evaluate yourself and add things that you thought your brand needed. And it's very good to listen that you approach lockdown that way. And while answering this question, you also touched on your customers itself. So the last time we had a chat, we also talked about your customers and how you have a very niche consumer base. And you also had an idea that maybe people might not be willing to spend as much during the pandemic, but of course the result for you was something different. So please tell us, how did you keep your customers engaged?
Right. So again, like mentioned earlier, social media was it played a very big role in sort of getting any sort of business to us during lockdown. So again, through the content and everything, one day we were just sitting back, and of course business did take a hit for everybody, right? But of course we were doing other activities during lockdown, but we just sat back one day, and my partner suggested that why don't we do like a flash sale to really understand. We hit like a 2,500 following on Insta, and she was like, let's do a flash sale and see. Anyways it's quite slow, so what's the let's just go for it. So I'm like, okay, let's try. How bad could it be? So honestly, we were not expecting a response that we got from the time we put up the post of like the flash sale to the last entry we made in our Excel sheet of the delivery. I mean, I don't think we've slept those 2 nights. We saw like an amazing response, right? And as mentioned in our product line, so the top 2 categories that did well was tableware for us, the first one. So we knew that, of course, people were spending a lot of time at homes, but not sure how much people were spending on products yet, right? But from this, this particular sales, we really understood that people were willing to spend that extra amount to feel happy at their dining table, to add that extra element so that they eat like a very appetizing meal. Adding some sort of new crockery, cutlery, a glass, a plate to their table would make them a little happy, So that part we did understand. Okay, great, like tableware did really well for us. But the second category that did well, we thought would be home decor, but it was a jewelry section. So we were honestly very surprised, because I mean, during lockdown, who are these people buying jewelry, right? But we've still not been able to decode that, and we've left it at that. We are just assuming that people wanted to gift things around, and yeah, that's about it. But these 2 things like did really well for us. And again, got an opportunity to connect with our customers online, really understanding what they enjoy, what are their interests, what are the feedback, what kind of brand language or content that we are doing they are liking, because we did a lot of varied like lifestyle based content, from things like mindfulness to like art therapy to like sleep rituals. So one may even think like, why is a brand doing like these kind of activities, and it's not even related to products, but as a brand, we essentially really want to create an experience for our customers. It's not only about the products for us, but in totality, whatever experience and the kind of essence of Né Nepal we can give to them through online, we tried to do that over the lockdown, which was highly like, I mean, it was a bliss for us, this whole front. Yeah.
I'm really happy that you were able to engage with the customers on a different level. But I'm going to flip it for you for a second over here, and then I'm going to ask you about your competitors. So did you see your competitors have a similar response to the lockdown?
So honestly, we are too new to say anything about our competitors. Like I said, it's just been a year of really functioning the brand. So, I mean, we are very small of a brand to even compete, but I thought like they were doing really fun things online. And after the lockdown, there were some really exciting products that came into the market. So I'm guessing this was like a byproduct of so much time that they must have spent during lockdown. Like, new colors and new kind of designs were coming out. So that was very, very interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody's just sort of getting more creative with the time that they got in hand during the pandemic.
So like you said earlier, you were working on your website, and then you did a lot on your social media as well. So with those strategies in place, now that the lockdown has been eased in Nepal, how is your business performing right now?
Since I think it's not been too bad. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best, because of course we had like a whole different 360-degree turn in terms of sales, and the kind of things that we were foreseeing didn't really turn out. But we have been honestly quite fortunate that at least we've been able to, like, people who are working with us, we've been able to, like, our relationship, everything that surrounds us has been not affected by it, like, in terms of operations, in terms of all of that. And we are hoping for, like, so holiday season is very, very big for us again. A lot from the holiday season when we kickstart that. So we are just crossed our fingers and waiting for that to happen now. Let's see.
Great. So like you just said, now that the lockdown has been eased and you have these strategies in place, but nobody knows what's going to happen in the future with the pandemic and with the lockdown. So what is the outlook for Né Nepal for the next 3 to 4 months?
So again, like during the pandemic, like I told you, we did the website. So that's a milestone that we were very happy to achieve. So that is one big place where we think, people can really see our products in its real form, in terms of, when you have a little music in the website, you feel more connected when it's a website as compared to a lookbook, So that is one place that we are hoping to garner a lot of attention. Secondly, we are also very happy to announce that, we are coming up with our physical store, and we are hoping people come there and experience our products and really, like, feel and try the products there. So that is another big milestone for us. Thirdly, we started our exports very, very recently. So these are the 3 sectors which are big, sort of points for us that we are hoping does really well for us. But I mean, we are seeing it as a very positive stats in the future, or the next 3-4 months also, given holiday season, given new things at Né Nepal. So we are hoping only positive things to come out of this, and yeah, hopefully it does.
I'm very excited about Né Nepal's future as well, because the last time we had a conversation, I was talking about how good your social media page was and how organized it looked. And now that you say that, Né Nepal is going to have a physical store as well, so I'm very excited to see what you do with that area. But all right, Tulja, this is my final question for you. If you could point out 3 things in your business that you need help with, what would they be?
More than help, I think as a brand, we look at a lot of, like, community driven work first. So this has been more of a challenge to us, given that we are very fresh and the pandemic has hit us. So as a brand, we really wanted to go forward and go to different parts of the country and really engage with communities who can help us grow. So that is one place that we really want to, like, further our brand strategy. So community work and social impact is where we are trying to really reach. So the first I would say would be that. Second would be, we really want our products to go international, like, so I'm looking for, like, network and international alliances. So what is the best way to do that, and really learn about, like, probably the export market, or finding the right kind of people who understand these products. It's very difficult to find people also, who understand these products. A lot of people are into fast fashion and fast moving products these days, like, not these days, but like essentially from the last 15, 20, 30 years. But I think it's also going back, our consumers are, especially lockdown has also given them this whole concept of, like, slow living and thoughtful living. So very specifically to find the right kind of people internationally and alliance with them. That would be my second. And third, I think any business that is a startup does require a finance backup, not like we are not comfortable right now, but just to, like, in the future we want to take it to, like, a broader spectrum. We see it in a much broader spectrum. So for that, I think microfinancing would also really, really help. So these are the 3 areas that I think I can pinpoint that we are facing challenge in. Yeah.
With what conversations I have had with you in this session and our last session, I've kind of gained the insight that Né Nepal, is very important. The connection is very important in Né Nepal, right. And like you said, once everything is under control, I hope that you'll be able to travel to different parts of Nepal and meet all these artisans and add more products to your already incredible lineup of collection. And I wish you all the best for that. And regarding the networking thing you just mentioned, one of the main objectives of Lockdown Economy is to provide a platform to entrepreneurs so that they can collaborate and come up with creative solutions to combat the challenges of the pandemic itself. So I hope that this interview itself is very helpful for Né Nepal as well. So, and yes, Tulja, this was a very fun conversation. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming on
Surya.
board and sharing us your insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Surya. Thank you for your time.
Thank you again, Tulja, and thank you to all our viewers who joined us. If you have any questions for Tulja, her contact will be in the description, or you can leave a comment in this video. I invite you to like this video, share it with your friends, and follow our page, the NYEF Kathmandu chapter Facebook page. A recording of this video will be present in the AlterContacts YouTube channel, so please subscribe to our channel. There are playlists of videos where entrepreneurs and small business owners from different parts of the world have shared us their insights, so please support us there. We'll have many more interviews like this in the upcoming weeks. Stay tuned, and goodbye.